Yeah. YouTube, what up? Welcome to another edition of Wrestling with Watts, and I'm Watts. I'm sweating bullets because I literally just came from outside. It's like 97 degrees out here in New York City, and I just came from the gymnasium. My hair is a little, all over the place, but it is what it is. I'm gonna just get these thoughts off real quick, real fast. So, I started noticing a trend of how they like to book and they like to push their future in WWE. It's not something that is new because this is not new. This is definitely not new, but it's definitely a case study that I've paid attention to for the last actually for the entire year because the booking has just been so bad that I've had to come up with certain things to talk about on this platform when it comes to WWE, even when it comes to AEW to an extent. But that's neither here nor there. What I came to talk about is the fact that for whatever reason, the WWE or their bookers or those who are in charge, like Paul Levesque and these other people, for whatever reason, they make it seem like they can't focus on more than one young top star or developing more than one top star at a time. And I feel this way because of the fact that Dominic Mysterio created a lane for himself beyond what anybody thought he was going to get to, and I'm super proud of it. But Dominic Mysterio won the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania 41. WrestleMania 41 was about 3 months ago. Only person he's really defended that championship against was really Penta, Octagon, and run of the mill type situations, like here and there. But we haven't seen this man defend the title in quite some time. We know that AJ Styles is probably going to take the strap off of him at SummerSlam. But if he doesn't, it'll be cool if they allow him to actually defend the title and be seen. But that's the problem. That's what I'm about to say right now. He was so over after WrestleMania to the point where they could have just turned him babyface and nobody would have batted an eye. Nobody would have felt no type of way. Nobody would have been like, yo, that was a terrible decision. Not saying that he should have turned face. I feel like he's doing a tremendous job as a heel as well. But for whatever reason, they feel like they had to dim his light and kind of keep him backstage for that entire time because they wanted to focus on pushing Braun Breaker. Now, don't get me wrong. I think Braun Breaker is the future of this business. I think Dominic Mysterio is the future of this business. I still believe in Carmelo Hayes, and I still want Carmelo Hayes to be the future of this business. You look at my Twitter, I'm all over Twitter or X talking about we want Melo and push Melo. He was actually trending yesterday. But for whatever reason, they feel like they got to put one guy on the back burner to focus on one. When it comes to Braun Breaker, ladies and gentlemen, he's one of those guys that it's going to take a while for it to all resonate and for it to all come together. I understand that they're in dire straits because Seth Rollins got hurt, and the initial plan was probably for Seth Rollins to be the Triple H of the group and Braun Breaker to end up being a Batista and turning on him and then eventually beating him for the title. I understand all of that. But yo, you don't have to put one young superstar to the side in order to make the other guy shine. If it's not Braun Breaker's time yet, it's just not Braun Breaker's time yet. Give the people what they want. And now, I'm a firm advocate for giving people what they want, but at the same time, some of these guys do be flashing the pans. And I understand why the Federation don't listen to the fans all the time. I get it. But Dominic Mysterio, you clearly have something there. You clearly have something there. This guy is gold on the mic. He has tremendously improved in the ring. He understands the way things are supposed to be presented and tells a story in the ring. So my thing is, I'm just sitting here like, yo, why can't we just have both young stars on their way to the top? What are you afraid of, Paul Levesque? You're afraid they're gonna like Dominic Mysterio more than your favorite? Because that's exactly what it starts to seem like when you're putting guys like Carmelo Hayes on the back burner. When you got putting guys like Dominic Mysterio on the. You think he wants to be backstage just doing a bunch of clubhouse segments? Come on, dog. Like, let's be more realistic with these expectations. This is why I'd be worried about Trick Williams or Obafemi or Ethan Page coming to the main roster. And ladies and gentlemen, like I said, I'm sweating, but this is all passion right here. I'd be afraid for these guys to come to the main roster, and I totally wish, and like the video I referenced before, I wish that NXT would just be a third brand. Because at this point, bro, when they get moved up to the main roster, all that happens is they get put to the back and put to the side for Triple H's favorites. And sometimes Triple H's favorites are not there yet. I'm not gonna say a Lyra Valkyria is dirt. I'm not gonna say Braun Breaker is dirt. I'm not gonna say a Tiffany Stratton is dirt. I just don't think that they're quite at that point yet to be getting pushed this way. So why not give somebody else an opportunity? Why? Because you got to admit that you was wrong? I think that's exactly what it is. And some of these guys in high positions in their egos, especially one Triple H, if you already know the history of how he used backstage politics in the past, you already know what it is. But I'm just saying, don't let your young bulls not be able to flourish and grow. There's room for everybody. And if your guy is who y'all want to just portray him to be, who y'all want, Paul Heyman and all these other guys who are behind Braun Breaker, if he's who y'all say he is, he will figure it out. He figured it out in NXT. Now, it took a while. They pushed him as the main guy even in NXT. He got the NXT championship first, not Carmelo Hayes. And that's completely fine because we seen what happened. Nobody cared about Braun Breaker and his title reign when we had Carmelo Hayes right there claiming to be the age. We watched NXT 2.0 to see what Carmelo Hayes was going to do, not what Braun Breaker going to do. I'm so sick of the revisionist history. We not about to do that. But all I'm saying is that he will figure it out. But don't go thrusting him in a position that he is not ready for. Dominic Mysterio, on the other hand, he is ready. The only knock on Dominic Mysterio is he need to get in that gym a little bit. But to be honest, in this era of wrestling, you don't even really need to be that big. I lift weights and I work out and I do calisthenics and whatnot. I'm not saying he needs to be a big bulky guy. I'm just saying maybe, gain a little weight, get a little bit of muscle. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. I don't think I'm too far off. I don't like that type of activity because there's room for everybody to eat. Where the hell is Austin Theory, man? But yo, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I appreciate y'all for helping me grow the channel. Thank you for 900 subs. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I'm going to just keep on dishing out content. Now, see, my Wi-Fi is a little bit janky right now because I have to call Verizon. Well, I did call Verizon. I have an appointment. Well, today is Tuesday, but you will see this on Wednesday. So, Thursday. So, we should be up and running by the time SummerSlam comes by. But, yo, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate y'all. I'm out. Peace.